Hello, guys. Welcome to Ideal Bibliotheca. With all the drugs and its related abuse that has been taking place, let's analyze the topic of drug abuse in India with respect to World Drug Report 2020 released by United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. This report has outlined the possible consequences of the COVID 19 pandemic on illegal drug production, its supply, and the consumption. So let's first know about what do we understand by drug abuse. Drug abuse or the substance abuse refers to the use of certain chemicals for the purpose of creating pleasurable effects on the brain. These substances could be alcohol, opiates, cocaine, amphetamines, hallucinogens, prescription, and over the counter drug abuse. According to this report, drug use has been on the rise, both overall numbers and the proportion of the world's population, with over 35 million people suffering from drug use disorders and over 5.5 lakh deaths attributed to drug use in 2017. And the transition to these drug use disorders is more prevalent among people with lower socioeconomic status. It also said that cannabis was the most used substance worldwide in 2018, while opioids remain the most harmful. So we see that drug market is becoming more complex. The plant-based substances such as cannabis, cocaine, heroin have been joined by hundreds of synthetic drugs, many not under international control, and there also has been a rapid rise in the non-medical use of pharmaceutical drugs. This report also talks about the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, and it says that rise in drug use and drug trafficking is seen in this pandemic because it is likely to affect the poorest, making them more vulnerable to drug use and drug trafficking. It has also increased the risk for drug users among COVID-19 patients as they have compromised immune systems. Has also created an alternating trafficking routes due to the restrictions to tackle the pandemic along the existing trafficking routes, and there has been a reduced access to drug disorder treatment due to the lockdown measures. Now, if we look at the causes of drug abuse, the first point being geographical location. See, India is the link country between the two major opium producing regions of the world, namely the Golden Triangle and the Golden Crescent. Golden Triangle includes Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, Thailand, and Golden Crescent includes Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan. Also, the coastal states of India are susceptible to maritime drug trafficking due to the exposure to the trafficking route across the Indian Ocean. And BIMSTEC region, due to its close proximity, is very vulnerable to the diversion and trafficking in pharmaceutical drugs. Then we come to socio-economic factors. See, family history of addiction, if you have unemployment, if you have changing cultural values and dwindling supportive bonds, if you have peer pressure, you have glorification by media, all of these will lead to you residing into places which are not good for you. So, this can be a major cause. Then we come to biological factors. Pre existing psychiatric or personality disorder or a medical disorder have been found a small but a vital cause for the cause of the drug abuse. Then we have psychological factors which you can correlate with socio-economic factors, because psychological factors is like low self-esteem, poor stress management, social rebelliousness, childhood loss or trauma, which all comes after the socio-economic factors. And then last but not the least, the major part being the weak law enforcement and regulatory controls, because the implementation of laws such as narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances act 1985 by the states has been tardy, and then developments in technology such as use of darknet for drug trafficking, then many times illicitly produced opium for pharmaceutical sector is diverted to illicit changes in India. So these are all the causes that gives rise to the drug abuse in India. After causes, we come to impact of drug abuse. The first being the threat to demographic dividend. See, with most drug users being in the productive age group of 18 to 35 years, the loss in terms of human potential is incalculable. Then we come to impact on family. The drug abuse problems affects interpersonal relationships, instability in family, child abuse, economic insecurity, deprivation of schooling, and a lot more impacts on interpersonal relationships, the culture, the values, everything goes at stake. Then we have a link between the injecting drug abuse and the spread of HIV or AIDS. Also, the illegal nature of drug trafficking makes it prone to money laundering and to terror financing. Now let's look into the legal frameworks and the steps taken by the government to deal with this drug menace. First being the Constitution itself, Article 47 provides that the state shall endeavour to bring about prohibition of the consumption except for medicinal purposes of intoxicating drinks and drugs injurious to health. Then we have Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, which was enacted in the year 1985 for the control and regulation of operations relating to the narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, as the name suggests. And under it, we have the Narcotics Control Bureau, which was constituted as the nodal drug law enforcement and intelligence agency of India, responsible for fighting drug trafficking and the abuse of illegal substances, and we can see how efficiently they are working right now. There is also NAPDDR, which is prepared by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, which aims at reduction of drug abuse through a multi-pronged strategy involving education, de-addiction and rehabilitation of affected individuals and their families. Now, as we all know, recently Ministry launched Nasha Mukt Bharat Annual Action Plan for 2020 to 21 for 272 most affected districts, which aims to reach out to children and youth for awareness about the ill effects of drug use and its others objectives. If we see to the international collaboration, India is a signatory to the 3 UN conventions, which are Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs 1961, Convention on Psychotropic Substances 1971, and Convention Against Illicit Traffic in Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances. And India has launched BIMSTEC Conference on Combating Drug Trafficking, which is an important platform for the partner nations to share ideas and exchange best practices required to combat the drug menace in the region. An answer cannot end before we analyze the way forward portion of that answer. So let's start with this. The first point being the substance use prevention programs. So these programs, which we can aim at not just preventing substance use but also ensuring that young people grow and stay healthy into adulthood, enabling them to realize their potential and become productive members of their community and society. Then, if we have conducive legal and policy environment, proper training and capacity building for healthcare professionals, increasing the range and number of healthcare providers who are allowed to prescribe and dispense controlled substances, we might improve the national supply management systems. Then, if we work on the stigma associated with the drug abuse, with the drug use, the disorders, which needs to be addressed by promoting the understanding that the initiation of drug use and the development of drug use disorders are influenced by factors that are often beyond the control of an individual. We also need efficient coordination between the drug supply control sector as well as the entities involved in drug demand reduction and harm reduction. Also, an enhancing collaboration between governments, United Nations entities, non governmental organizations, and academia. Then, last, we can end our answer. We can end our topic by analyzing and putting in the alternative development programs which we can use to address the current and potential ability of farmers to manage risks and shocks, maybe through income diversification or access to credit, savings, social protection, and then they can help them move away from cultivating illicit crops, which can be a step forward to reducing the drug abuse in India. This is it with today's topic. This is the complete analysis of drug abuse in India, and most of the question portion can be completed from this. Has been hovering around us so much. The whole of the Twitter, the whole of the Instagram feed, the whole of the news channels are all flooded with NCB, drug abuse, and whatnot, but currently relating to this topic. So, this becomes important, and I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.